Hello everyone, very good morning and good evening. Parminder here. Welcome to SAP S4 Hana Simple Logistics next chapter. I hope you are able to hear me clearly and you can also see my screen. Can you please confirm quickly?
Yeah, hi Parminder. You are audible and I can see your screen.
Okay, that's great. So I will quickly go through what we have done in our last session. So in our last session, we have completed the migration part. The last week we have completed the migration part, which the HANA migration cockpit and HANA migration modeler, that part we have completed fully. And then we have switched into our next topic, which was the inventory management. So we have gone through into the inventory management. We have tried to post some documents by using GUI because the next cycle we want to run is order to cash. So for the order to cash cycle, we need we need a stock, and for that stock we actually posted the stock through GUI. We created the inventory. We have also seen that what are the different Fiori applications available. So we have gone into the deep dive of Fiori, going through the multiple Fiori applications. I will quickly open our Fiori and we'll see that what we have already gone through. So we have gone through the multiple application, that how to check the stock and then how to monitor the stock and how to do the inventory upload by using a Fiori applications, how to do a storage location to storage transfer, how to do a plant to plant transfer. So those all part we have gone through. So inventory analytics overview also we have gone through that. We have seen that there is overview kind of applications are also available. So let's see if I put the currency USD and plant 170. So we can see the overview page. So that overview page also we have seen in our last, how we can see the dead inventory. That also we have seen how we can see the slow moving. That part also we have seen. So some kind of analytics also we have seen. We have also seen that how to do the turnover analysis, inventory turnover KPIs. That also we have seen. Now I will try to show some another analytics. So inventory turnover analytics we have already seen. Slow moving, dead stock inventory, stock overview. So those all things we have already gone through. So there is few more inventory analytics queries are there that we will be going through today. And then I would be jumping into the order to cash cycle. But before I go ahead into this little bit more, few applications which is pending for the inventory analysis. If you have any question, you can ask it now. Okay, guys, if you don't have any question, I will proceed ahead. So the first thing we are going to see, I will quickly show you. Overview of inventory management. That is another kind of dashboard is there. So we have a multiple kind of analyticals application. So we have an overview page. So these overview pages, which we have seen earlier also, the overview analysis or now inventory management analysis, these are added later on around 1709 and 1809. These kind of overview pages was introduced. Before that, there was only one overview page that was there in procurement. All other overview pages has been introduced later on. I'm using this plant 1710. This is a best practice plant because there would be some data in this plant. Otherwise, in another our plant, if you will be using, I think we are using SG02. I can also first show you SG02. SG02, we have hardly any transaction. Very few transactions are there. So the amount of graphs would be low, but still you can see the some value that the uh, stock values by stock type. You can see that how much of unrestricted stock we are having, how much of block stock we are having, and how much of stock is there in quality inspection. So that overview picture you can see your total goods issue versus good receipt, that how much of the goods issue uh, we are doing as per the count, and how much of the good receipt we are doing. So that is a quarterly base analysis system is showing you. You can also go into the detail of it. So that can, so this is basically today also we are going to do is that's a goods movement analysis. So this is also available in a separate application. So we'll go into the detail of this. Now this is kind of a query browser which we have discussed in our Fiori sessions. The little detail of the query browser application has been provided here directly, rather than people jumping into the CDS view, searching the CDS view, and then creating application. So we have also seen that part, that how a CDS view can be selected, and you can create a tile or you can create an application out of CDS view. That part also we have gone through. You can see the recent material documents from here. Let me go and switch back to the plant 1710. That is a best practice plant. So in this plant, we also have some special stock. So this graph is also coming up. So your stock in transit also, it is showing that if there is any purchase order quantity which shows the stock in transit, that also you can see. And then a few last movements, goods movement also you can see it. Whenever you are in the overview page, let me remind you again, you can go into the settings and then you would be able to manage the cards. If any of the graph you don't want to see it, you can switch it off. If there is another application which is available and you want to see those graphs here, you can ask your UI5 consultant to enhance this one for you, and then he would be able to add more graphs or more analytical views which business is interested. So this is very basic has been given, so that a basic view can be taken from here. Anything which need to be generated more than that, that is very much, it is very much possible to enhance it. So enhancements are very much possible here. So now here it is showing me to the 3 quarters, my receipts and my issues. So that kind of trends you can analyze from here. So this is our overview of inventory management. Let me go to some more applications. So now we will be going through to one more application where basically we would be able to do the analysis of the goods movement. So this is the goods movement analysis application. By default, it is taking date from the posting date from 1st of January 2019 to 20th of June 2019. That is okay with us. We'll go ahead. Now it is showing me that in different plants, okay, you can see here. So now this kind of reports are also called flexible analysis, where you would be able to do the flexible analysis. This is showing me in the different plants how many receipts we have done, okay, how many issues we have done, the count of receipts, the count of issues, the amount of them, and the quantity of them. So that is system is showing me in the measures. So there is a lot of another measures are also available. You can see that only receipt count, issue count, we are seeing it here. But we have a movement count, we have a consumptions, movement quantity, consumption quantities, maximum receipt quantity. So multiple measures are available. What was my first posting date? What is my last posting date? So on the left hand side, which we see here, That is my measure, which I can add it. And in the row which I am seeing here, these rows are basically my dimension. So right now I am reviewing this all of this inventory in my plant dimension. Okay, so if I minimize the measures, these rest things are actually available as my dimension. So I can also go, so the good thing in that you can also review it at the company code level. Okay, let me go to the company code level, which is very high. And you can also go it till the material document level, till the material level. So that is the power of this flexible analysis, that you can do the multiple analysis. So you can see here now the company codes are also coming. Now this is the company code. Let's say if I want to remove the plant, I need to just drag and drop out. Now this full analysis is at the company code level. Now I want to do the analysis at the material level. I can easily put a material from here and I would be able to do the material level analysis. Now the list will become very big. I think it has not come. Now the list will become very big. So now in each company code, what are the materials we are having? So the date is basically last 6 month analysis we are doing. How many receipts has been posted? How many count has been posted? Everything you are able to see here. If you want to download this, you can just click on this export to Excel. All of this information would be available in Excel sheet. So you can see that all of this information is available in Excel sheet. If you want to do further pivoting or any kind of further analysis you want to do it, you would be able to do it from here, from the Excel also. The people who like to play more after this, they like to play more, they can play in Excel. Although this itself is a pivot only. Okay. So here you can also, there are the icons there, you can also put it as ascending or descending. Let's say if you want to see based on the your receipt amount, okay, then you can see that, so this is showing 0, I want to see the highest. So highest receipt amounts are these ones, you would be able to see from here. So this is a big list. So if you will go down, system will load more things out of it. So this list, if you want to make it bigger, just go ahead and quickly click on this icon. It will be coming into the full screen. The left-hand side navigation would be removed. And if you want to add, more, oh, I came out. I came out of it. Let me again go inside it. Okay, this is my posting date analysis. So if you also want to add some monthly, that in each month, whatever the posting has been happened, you can also see month-wise analysis after the plant. So it will be showing that in each month, what is the things has been happened. And then we saw it, if you want to go at more granular material, after the material, if you also want to add batch, you can also. I'm not sure for the batch whether any details you would be having, but let me add batch also. So these are the materials which is without batch. So system is just showing hash. Wherever we are having a batch, system is also showing that for that batch, what are the movements has been happened. So you can see that anyone, if you want a higher level information, a plant level, company code level information, it's available. Anyone wants to go into the details of the material document level, material level, batch level, that is also available. So we have seen here that how a different dimensions can be added. Now, if you want to add a measures, okay, so let me check what measure we can add. Maximum receipt quantity. So measures are not available here with the drag and drop that we have also seen in query browser also, right? So to play around with the measures, I need to go into the filters. Within the filters, if you will come down, here you are having measures. So here you will see that 5 measure has been added, which is showing me, right? So these measures selection are here. SAP has not given drag and drop. The same thing you will also see in our query browser. The same thing. If we need to add the measure, we need to go into the filters. Okay. So here what we want to add minimum receipt quantity, maximum receipt quantity. Click on OK. Go. So you will see that in that period, for that plant, for that month, that material, what is the minimum receipt quantities and what is the maximum receipt quantities would also be available. Okay, so this is pure analysis. This is pure analytics till 1709. This was available like this only. The later on what SAP has done, they have also added a jump to button here. So earlier this jump to button was not available in the earlier versions. So because we have said that this is OLAP plus OLTP, so this is only analytics. If some actions need to be taken, you can click on this jump to, and then you can further move ahead to the multiple places from here. If you want to take any action, if you want to see the stocks, multiple material, single material, if you are seeing it for a particular material, and that particular material, you see that it is available into the different plant storage location. You want to move that stock. From this analysis, you want to proceed ahead. You can proceed ahead with this jump to button that is available in from 1809, if I'm not wrong, or 1709. 1610 definitely it was not available. Okay, so here, so this is the measures part which we have gone through. So here another thing which is available, the graphs are also available. It will not make any sense if I will generate a graph out of this uh, dimensions and measures. A lot of dimension, a lot of measures. The graph would be, whatever the graph would be displayed, you will not be able to understand itself because huge amount of dimensions are there. So graph would be only be visible good when you're having a specific measure and specific dimension. So to show a graph, what we will be seeing, I will just remove everything and I will just compare couple of company codes. Material also I will remove. So removing, just drag and then you can remove it. This drag and drop function are also very good, which business appreciate a lot. That the screen is in front of them and they can just play around with it. Now here it is little decent. Now I am having a plant here, but the plants are also, there's a huge amount of plants. And then another thing is I need to reduce this measures, then only the graph will be nice. So sort ascending, descending, you can also display the text that you can do it by right clicking on this. If you want to see the totals at the top or bottom, so that kind of things you can do it by right clicking here. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to filter it. I will be going into the filters. First, I will select the specific measures which I want to analyze. So I want to analyze the number of goods movement. Rest everything I am removing. Okay, so rest everything I have removed. And if you also see the data, multiple currencies are available. Let me see if we have any filter for currency. Okay, company code currency I have. I just want to see the USD ones. Look like system got hanged. Okay, USD come. Let me quickly refresh it. Okay, by the time it is responding, guys, if you have any question, you can ask it. Oh, it got exit. Okay, I will enter it again. Yeah, if you have any question, you can ask it.
Yeah, Parminder, to access this report to your login ID, you have given access to almost all calendars and business processes, right? So to have to see our reports in our login ID, so we have to also add the default role to our ID, right? So how to do that? Actually, I think you shown to us once.
Yeah,
But
so if you remember our last session, I'm not using my ID. We have created this Fiori 1 or Fiori 2. So in that, we have added a role, which is the inventory manager. So in general, if you're getting a system access, you would be getting those roles. But if those roles are not there, you are not able to display the application. I have shown in our last session that you can go into the Fiori library, and from that Fiori library, you can copy the role. We also did the same kind of thing in our last session. So we were not able to access this information. We went into the Fiori library, we identified the role, we copied the role, we pasted in our SU01, and then we were able to access this information. We were able to access these styles.
to our ID, which you have given to us, we have to add the default role, right?
I'm not sure. You go ahead and check it. If it doesn't work, you add it. So I've shown you all troubleshooting. So if it works, it's good. If it doesn't work, you know what need to be done.
Okay.
So I'm not sure that what access they are giving from the vendor side. I'm not sure about it. That's why I'm showing you that whether they have given it or not given it, you should be knowing how to get it. How you can make sure that in your launchpad the screens are coming up.
Parminder, this is a quick question from my side.
Mm-hmm.
So if we have to add a new dimension, if it's a standard field, is that something a functional consultant does? Versus if it's a non-standard field that a custom field that you build, is that where you would need ABAP help to incorporate a new dimension in these views?
Yeah, so here if you want to add a new dimension, you would require to take a ABAP help. They need to, because this information is coming from a CDS view, core data services. So in this core data services, they need to extend that core data services with your calculation, with your KPI, and then it would be automatically available here. As soon as they extend the CDS view, it would be available here automatically.
Okay, and I'm assuming that you already have spoken about CDS before, right, in one of the lectures?
Yeah, we have spoken about CDS in the previous lectures, and specifically when we were in the query browser. So full query browser work on the CDS view. There we have spoken about that, what is actually CDS view. And that need to be up. This is also called, the coding is called ABAP on Hana. So your ABAP on Hana consultants would be developing CDS view and would be able to modify CDS view.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Okay, I'm just putting a number of goods movement as of now. So this is the number of goods movement. Let me see the graph. So this is how system is showing you graph that these different plants, these many number of goods movement has happened. Okay, if you want to restrict, if you want to see the comparison of only 3-4 plants, let's say this is a plant one US EWM, 3-4 plants only you want to see it. You need to go into the filters and you need to filter for your plants. So let's say I want to see 1710 plant, our SG02 plant. Okay. Yes, and data. Let me check what other plants are available. I will select 3-4 plants and then we'll try to generate 2 or 3 graphs out of it. Okay, I want to select plant 1, this one. I want to select this one. Three or four random plants I have selected. I will click on OK. Go. Now the graph has been filtered as per my selection. Now if I want to change the graph, I want to go to the chart settings. It's a column graph. Let's say I am interested in a pie chart. I can convert into a pie chart. And I want to see this view where the graph is in the top and the below I am having a goods movement count. So that can be achieved. So basically this kind of reports was used in one of the place where basically we went live with the multiple plants. So but what was happening that those plants was not doing the goods movement as live goods movement. So they were receiving the materials from the vendor, but they were not punching into the system. And when the month end come close, then they would be doing all the transaction. And it was the remote sites. So much control was not there. So the management went ahead into these kind of reporting where the directors was coming and weekly basis checking that what is the count of movements in the plant. So if the count of movement is low, let's say the initial 1 week or 2 weeks, there's a very low movement in one of the location or one of the plant, they were cross-checking whether they are doing a transaction in SAP or not. So for that kind of monitoring purposes, this can be used. So once this analysis has been done, then again a user can save. I want to see it again and again. So I don't want to do this analysis every day. So I can go ahead and click as a save as a tile. Okay, so you can go save as a tile. You can give your own name. I will start with the Sastrageek goods movement analysis. This is plant comparison. Goods movement count. I want to see it in my home. So now this analysis would be saved as a tile for that user, and he would be able to quickly go into this analysis, and he would be able to directly see that whatever the things he has saved, directly the screen will appear. The same thing we have also seen in our CDS views. Any question till now, guys? So this is only the one CDS view which has been given, which can be frequently used. So SAP has given it as a tile itself. But you know that if you will go into the query browser, you would be having a multiple options where you would be able to go ahead and generate your reporting based on the multiple CDS view with the same way. The only difference is we have not selected any CDS view here. There you need to first select the CDS view and generate your analysis. This is directly goods movement analysis. Okay guys, any questions here? If we don't have any questions here, you can explore yourself. Now the system, go through the multiple application, go through the multiple query browser views for the inventory analysis. And I would be moving ahead now to basically our next topic, which is order to cash. So we'll be discussing today what is order to cash cycle and how it has been simplified with SAP S4 HANA. The same way this one is available, exactly the same way, one physical inventory analysis also available, where you would be able to check that physical inventory document postings, what physical inventory documents has been posted. So that kind of analysis, what are the differences has been posted, that you would be able to analyze from this another view. So is difference posted? Yes, I'm not sure whether we have any transaction data related to that. Physical inventory document posting, it's the same kind of transaction which was earlier available. Now also the same kind of transactions are available. So in these two plants, some documents has been posted for the difference, and you can see that what is the book value and what is the difference values. Okay, so that also the full analysis of your physical inventory postings, you would be able to do from here. Okay, and this is all the different applications which are available to do the physical inventory processing. It will be going again into the GUI transaction. Again, same GUI transaction it would be going. There's no simplified applications for them. Okay, guys, so I will proceed ahead now. Let me go back to our presentation document. So we are starting now a new topic, which is basically your order to cash cycle. order to cash improvements. So we will be discussing here what are the different improvements has been made in the order to cash. What is the order to cash cycle and what kind of different improvements has been made. So I don't expect that all of you people would be having experience in SD. So I would be quickly explaining you the cycle first, that what is the sales and distribution cycle. And then we would be proceeding ahead to the next part, where basically we would be jumping it into the system and running this cycle in GUI, and then running this cycle in our Fiori. So your order to cash cycle generally it start with inquiry, although it would not be mandatory to do. But first you can have a register of inquiry where a customer has made an inquiry, and then you are responding to that inquiry, but you want to register in your system those inquiries because this is your pre-sales pipelines. So you would be having your inquiry, and then from inquiry, if customer asks you for the quotation, so you created an inquiry and you have also given a quotation to your customer, then you create a quotation here. Then you can have from the quotation, if the customer gives you purchase order, against that purchase order, you create here sales order document. Okay, so the sales order document you would be creating here. So inquiry, quotation, and the sales order document. Now this sales order document punching can also be done directly. It's not mandatory. You can also start directly your process from here, from sales order. So inquiry and quotation, all of the businesses does not implement it. It's the pre-sales part. Once the customer gives the purchase order, a direct sales order can also be created in the system. Now till this part, till inquiry, quotation, and sales order, what are the things has been improved? So here, all of these three transactions to create, still we have a GUI transaction codes. I don't know that why SAP is taking that long time to simplify it. We are in 1909. For all other places we have seen, let's say the procurement side, we have seen your creation of all these kind of documents, your quotations, comparison of quotations, purchase orders, everything has been simplified to the simplified Fiori applications of creation, although the GUI applications are also there. But here, create or change of all these applications, Fiori applications are available, but those are the GUI applications. Those are not simplified applications. Okay, so that is there, but they have provided manage applications. So from the manage application, you would be able to manage sales order, you would be able to manage your quotations, you would be able to manage your inquiry, which is nothing but your reporting part. Apart from reporting, they have given some quick option where basically you would be able to do the block, you would be able to do the reject part. So that part you would be able to do it. Okay. And you would also be, if it is a quotation, you would be also be able to extend the date of the quotation. So that quick option they have given, which can be directly done through the Fiori without going into the detail, without opening a quotation into the change mode and the big screen will open, rather than the simplification they have provided. So that is the only simplification which is there. And apart from that, there are some analytics is also given, some kind of analytics also have given that how much quotation has been converted into your sales order. So that kind of KPIs also has been provided. From sales order also, they have provided the managed sales order. Again, creation of the sales order is the same VA01 transaction, but through the managed sales order, you would be able to do some quick actions like block for delivery, reject items, and your credit checks, completion of the data. If it is incomplete data, you can go ahead into the completion of data, so that quick links has been provided. So we'll see in the system that how these links has been provided. Now in 1909, specifically here, they have come up with the sales documents approval or release. The similar way we are having approval and release for the similar way we are having approval or release for the purchasing side, not the old procurement release, but in the new procurement release, we have advanced Fiori workflows to control your approval and release through the My Inbox application. So that kind of things now they have also given for the sales side. Now the sales orders also, you would be able to go ahead and you would be able to go ahead with the approval part before you proceed ahead further with the deliveries and other part. So that is inquiry, quotation, and the sales order has been done. Sales order has been punched into the system. Apart from that, what other changes there? One another big change is there, master data, which we have already gone through. That now you would need to create a business partner for your sold to party or ship to party. You need to create a business partner, and that business partner will link to your customer. You would not be able to directly create a customer in the system. So that is one of the change which is there. So once the sales order is created, now it would be coming to the next steps. In the next step, you would be doing ATP check, delivery, creation, picking, goods issue, invoicing. So that is the full cycle. Now, once the basic information has been punched by your sales representative who has taken the sales order, from sales order punched into the system till your invoice get created. This full cycle we will be calling, and SAP would be calling it, it's a business language, is your order fulfillment. Once you have received the order, there is a multiple teams or the group of people are available who would be making sure that as per the delivery date has been given, this order should be fulfilled. Invoice posted. Once the invoice is posted, the next would be the account receivable that they would be receiving it. But that's the finance part. Till the invoice successfully invoice posting, this part comes under the order fulfillment. You got the order, that's the pre-sales part. But after you got the order, taking this order and making sure all the activities happened and the delivery has been made to the customer and invoice also generated to the customer, which will generate a revenue for you. Sorry, which will generate a revenue for you. That all things we would be doing it in our order fulfillment. Now this order fulfillment, when you would be doing, the first thing comes the ATP check. The ATP check, there is a lot of changes has been come up with the S4 HANA. Let me highlight it in another color. So within the ATP check, now we are having a advanced ATP. So after the order to cash cycle, we are going to jump into the advanced ATP. Within the advanced ATP, you would be having a multiple features. Product availability check is there. That worked in a better way. Then you are having your advanced back order processing, which works with the Fiori. Then you are having your product allocation. Then you are having your product availability check, back order processing, product allocation, and there is one more functionality is there for the delivery creation. So that is the additional functionality which has been given. It is not like that it was not available earlier. Earlier, only the ATP check was available. Now, apart from delivery creation, from 1809 version, you also have a ABC, alternate base confirmation. So these all things has been improved. There are changes in the 1909 for all of these things, but these first four part was introduced in 1610, and with each version the improvement has come up. In 1909 also we have improvement. ABC was introduced in 1809, and we have an improvement in 1909. So earlier you was having a global available to promise, GATP. That was available in APO. You need to have a APO system. You need to connect with the APO to use this advanced functionalities. Now this advanced functionality is coming within the SAP S/4HANA box. Although you need to take a separate license to use AATP. But with that, the product availability check would be working faster and quicker. Your back order processing also, we are having a new ways, we are having a new strategies available, innovative strategies which can be managed through by writing a rules, business rules in the Fiori applications. We would be able to do the back order processing, and the same way the PAL, which was very complex, product allocations, which was very complex in the ECC system, that has been simplified with just 3 Fiori application in S/4HANA. So no need to worry if you are not able to still identify what is BOP, what is product allocation, what is PAC, what is ABC. Step by step, I will take each of this topic and I will explain you in very detail from scratch. So that first you understand what exactly it is, and then what are the things which has been provided with S/4HANA. So this is a big change. We consider it's the biggest change in the full order to cash cycle. This part is your biggest change. The second change which we consider is a big innovation, that is in your order fulfillment. So in this whole cycle of order fulfillment, you got a lot of issues. What kind of issues you get? Sometimes this delivery would be blocked due to XY reason. Credit blocks will come. Yeah, you have created a sales order, but your sales order fulfillment, in the fulfillment, the delivery is overdue. Sales order is created, but it is incomplete. Delivery is created, but the post goods issue has not been done. It's pending. Okay, delivery dates are there, but the schedule line is not confirmed. That kind of huge amount of issue you get it when you start your order fulfillment cycle. At each of the stage you face some kind of issues, and these issues actually slow down or reduce your revenues, okay, or it create a leakages in your revenue. So your delivery date has been passed. Some cases you would be penalized. A penalty has been put in. Some cases the customer can cancel the orders, or some cases they have gone through the another vendor rather than going through you, and they have fulfilled their demand from another vendor. So you can lose your revenues. So your order fulfillment every company wants that the order fulfillment KPI should be 100%. Whatever the orders they have received, they should be able to fulfill it. Now to fulfill all of the orders which they have received, they face these kind of issues. As of now, we don't have any mechanism where that system would be able to first help you what kind of issues are there. Okay, apart from the issues are the normal process. What is the key thing is to, which is not available in the system, is intelligence to handle prioritize and resolve issues. Now I'm having this 100 of issues every day, it would be there. But which issue I need to focus on? Which issue I should say that I should resolve it first? Because if I don't resolve it, it would be having a bigger impact on my revenues. So that kind of intelligence current system is not giving us. And SAP has worked to create, you would have here the smart business application. They have worked on the smart business application, which would be providing all these kind of details. And you would be able to prioritize that which issues you need to handle first or which issues need to be addressed first, so that so that you would be able to reduce the leakages in your revenues. So that is the part which has been highly improved with SAP S/4HANA. Then with all of these places, so ATP I have discussed for delivery creation, there are innovated Fiori applications are there. You can easily do your picking, and with this issue handling also, you would be able to complete your full cycle. You would be just seeing the issue and there would be options available to resolve it. If the delivery is pending, you can quickly create a delivery from this issue handling itself. If the invoice is pending, you can quickly create an invoice from this issue handling itself. Goods issue also you would be able to do through the Fiori applications. Invoice also you would be able to create it through the Fiori applications. Okay, at all of these places, Fiori applications are available and Fiori analytics are available. Then what other changes are there? So let me go into the next slide and then we'll continue our order to cash improvements. So this is the end-to-end cycle which I have explained. We'll also be running this cycle in the system. But what are the other improvements are there? Another improvements are there is related to your credit control. Now the credit control would be happening through the FSCM, Financial Supply Chain Management. So this is also one of our topic. We'll go into the detail, although it is going into the finance bucket, but there would be integration between FI and SD for this. So that we'll be discussing. Earlier we were able to do from the SD part of the credit control or credit management rather than control, I will say management. Now that has not been available and we need to use FSCM part of it. The another change for here is your rebate management. Earlier to manage rebate, we were having two options. You can manage it through the sales part of the rebate management. You would be able to handle it. And the second part was available is the settlement management. Now you would only be able to handle it through the settlement management. Okay, this is also one of our topic. We'll go into the detail. Then we are having output management. The old output management, we call it as a classic output management. Now we also have a BRF plus output management. So that would be same for your procurement and sales, both part. So apart from the classic output management, we are also having BRF plus output management. that is related to the output management which has been changed, and then you are having a analytics available. The KPI is related to how much contract has been converted into the sales order or how much quotation has been converted into the sales order. That kind of KPIs are available. Your overview of order to cash cycle or your fulfillment cycle available. Overview pages for sales is available, and multiple another analytics are also available the same way we have seen in the inventory management. Another analytics and multiple CDS views are available, which you can have your reporting generated by using query browser. So this is high level. In this 2 slide, I have tried to explain that what are the things that actually is getting changed for with SAP S/4HANA for order to cash. So if anyone doesn't have a background of order to cash, so you would be able to see this cycle in the system which is happening through GUI and Fiori, and you would also be able to know that what are the changes are there in system for this cycle. Now, if you guys have any question, you can ask it now. You can unmute yourself, or you can chat in the chat window, and you can ask your question. I have a question from Soumya. AATP is a separate license. Yes, AATP is a separate license. AATP is a separate license, although it's a part of SAP S/4HANA, but you need to pay extra to SAP to go ahead with AATP. Yeah, Vikram, please go ahead.
Yes, Parminder, so I have 2 questions here. The first question is, you can also have a cycle where you would be creating shipment documents, and also, you would be, after picking, you would be doing some packaging proposals. And if WM is, is integrated, or you are using WM, then in those areas, are there any changes, or they are pretty much very similar to what we have in ECC right now? So literally, packing functionality and shipment document creation, and then the transfer orders, are they very similar?
No, we have a changes related to those areas also. So let me highlight it here. So your WM functionality is moving towards EWM. Although the WM as it is available, okay. If you ask me, the same way you was having a WM, you was having a transfer orders, and you are having your packagings. Everything is available as it is if you go ahead with WM. And if you switch to the EWM is also available in ECC also. You would be able to integrate with EWM that was available. That is a separate module. Apart from, rather than calling it module, it's a separate product itself. The change which is coming with S/4HANA is there is also a embedded EWM available. So embedded EWM, they have divided into the 2 part, classic EWM and advanced EWM. So this is your advanced EWM, which is having an advanced functionality and feature, is your license component. However, you can use the classic EWM, where basically there's no additional functionality in the EWM, but the same kind of things you was able to do in WM, the same kind of things you will be able to do in EWM also. So the clients which is coming new to SAP S/4HANA, okay. So those clients, rather than using a classic WM, rather than using this WM, we ask them to use this classic EWM if they want to use that functionalities. Okay, because this WM, SAP is saying that by 2027 or 2030, I don't remember the exact date, they would be stopping it. But although it is available in S4 HANA, whenever we do the conversion with whatever the clients work with the WM, they are proceeding ahead with the WM in S4 HANA also, and in future they will replace it with EWM. That is for the WM part. Second is your shipment. So your shipment part, which is called logistic execution, so that is already available as it is. It's the same story as WM. If you want to create your shipment document, shipment cost, everything is available as it is. The additional thing which is available here is that earlier we were having a TM. In ECC also we are having, you can link with TM and you can manage your shipments and the transportation in the transport management module. Now here, which is again the separate module, or you can say separate product. For TM also we are having in S4 HANA, we are having embedded TM. And here also they have divided into the classic TM and advanced TM. This TM would be giving you, classic TM would be giving you the similar kind of functionality which is available in LE. It is not mandatory that you go with classic TM. You can go ahead same way. You can create a shipment and you can move ahead. But both things, your logistics execution, your shipment module, and the WM, SAP has considered it as a outdated technology, and they would be in future would be completely replacing by TM. So if it is a new customer coming up and he want to use the shipment functionalities, we ask them to go through the TM part, the classic TM part, rather than going through the LD part. So that would be the changes. Sales order pricing, we were looking for that there should be some simplification come up. The same way they are simplifying the condition techniques for the output management, but the same way the condition technique should be simplified for pricing. But the BRF plus output management become a failure as of now because it doesn't support many things which is available in the existing condition techniques. So I think maybe because of that reason, we have not seen any improvement in the pricing condition part. Apart from that, there is one technical change related to one new table has been introduced for PRCED elements. Apart from that, there is no much change. Okay, I have a question from Subodh 1909. Approval, how different is it? So this approval is not changing, it's coming first time. So you would be having a approval process. We'll be going through in our tomorrow session. We'll be going through it, that how you can set up the Fiori workflows to go ahead with the sales order approvals. So we'll be having a detailed discussion in tomorrow session. So both. Question from Puneet. Did I miss production process as O2C is coming? No, you have not missed the production process. Production process will still come up, but we have started from order to cash. EMTM trigger. Suppose I did not get your question. What is this EMTM trigger? Then I have a question from Vikram. Yeah, sales order pricing, I already answered it. EWM TM embedded come from 1709 version. So in 1709, they have introduced embedded EWM and embedded TM. You guys are not able to unmute yourself? Can you try to unmute yourself now?
Yeah, what is that you said about BRF plus output and pricing? It failed or something, right?
Yeah, so what I mentioned that the BRF plus output, we will also go through in our output management session. The older condition techniques has been replaced with the advanced BRF plus. Okay, in BRF plus, it is not like the earlier way we were used to manage our condition techniques by putting a access sequence, tables, and then determination of that. There was a lot of 4 or 5 different steps was there, right? So rather than doing that, we have an innovative way to determine what output need to be generated through the BRF plus. Okay, it's just simply kind of a decision tables they have given. So that decision table, if you will see, it looks quite simplified rather than maintaining your condition techniques. So that has not been very much, that doesn't have get successful in the system. First, SAP come up with the approach that only BRF plus output management would be there in S4 HANA, but that they find a lot of issues quickly. The same version 1610 itself, and in 1709 version, they put it up that there would be both output management available in future, the condition based on the condition techniques and based on the BRF plus. And now in the latest their webinars and their portals, they are saying that they don't want to call it as a BRF plus output management. It's just new output management because BRF plus is a backend technology to it, and they can also change backend technology for this anytime. So it looks like that they can actually switch from BRF plus to another technology to simplify the output management, because it has not been adopted by, I have not seen any good adoption by any of the clients for the new output management, because a lot of function features are not supported.
Yeah, Parminder, so I got your answer on 19.9 approval. You said it's a total new process which you're going to explain. So now this is different from the typical credit block approval and other approvals, right? VKM1, VKM4, those exist.
No, there is also change to that because the credit management has moved to FSCM.
Okay.
Okay, although one of the transaction they have still put it that I think the VKM1 is still there, but other transaction has been outdated. So the credit management itself has changed. Now it go to the FSCM, and FSCM has a different way. They have a case management way to handle the credit managements.
Okay. Now, the second point was on the, when I mentioned the triggers, I think you answered that. That the TM is going to be a separate in S4 HANA as embedded TM. So I think I got most of my answers. So in case of events which are triggered for career management and all, so that there is not much of a change, is it? Or is it a part of embedded S4 HANA?
No, the events triggered for in the TM module or events trigger in your shipment module?
In the shipment module.
So if you are using a shipment module, it will work as it is.
As it's, okay.
If you move it to the TM, then you need to do the full configuration of the TM, and it will follow the TM process to initiate the triggers to your logistics providers.
Okay. So after post goods issues, the 3PL part of it, there is not much of integration. So our existing IDOCs and those nomenclatures would be same. The 856 advanced shipment notices, the 910. So those would still be the same, right?
Yes, yes, right.
Okay. Fine. Thank you.
Sure.
Parminder, just one more question. So, you know, we spoke about ATP and how ATP is changing, and it's changing quite a bit. Transfer requirement is kind of very, very much integrated with ATP. Are there any changes or any new functionality or anything that has been upgraded for transfer requirement when you create a sales order?
What do you mean by transfer requirement? Can you a little bit elaborate?
Yeah, so the thing is, when you create a sales order, you can actually transfer requirement, to your planning system to say that you have a requirement that needs to be fulfilled.
Okay. Got it. Your requirement management.
Yes,
So requirement management is still same. Okay, so in ATP also, there's a two parts to it. We have ATP is not going to be sunset, which is existing ATP. So existing ATP would still be there. Okay, it's an option that you can switch to the advanced AATP. You can switch to the logics of advanced AATP. But whether the ATP or advanced AATP, the same way the requirement will flow to your ATP or the way requirement earlier was flowing to ATP, if you activate AATP, it will flow to the AATP. So the requirement handling is not getting changed. The same way the requirement was getting transferred to your planning engines and the ATP engines, the same way it will transfer to the ATP. So that part is not changing. Only part where basically I will show you in configuration, you need to activate AATP. If it is AATP is activated, it will go to the AATP engine.
Got it. Thank you.
Parminder, one question. When you mentioned that credit management is going to be different, like the approvals and all will move to FSCM. So now, in today's world, the ST part, if there is a payment card processing, the whole payment card processing, wherein you're paying by card, the card goes in a auth block, and there's a problem during invoicing. So the auth can be declined. All this stuff, it's all this process is going to move to FSCM, or they still continue in ST?
So all the parts related to your credit management is going to be moved to the FSCM. Now FSCM has a multiple different modules to handle this, and even the FSCM, why they are moving to FSCM, because FSCM is more advanced in nature. They have more advanced function and features compared to your SD credit management. So they have a collection management and different modules are there. But within the FSCM credit management also, they are having a advanced function features where basically the scoring can come into the picture. And then based on the scoring, you can identify that what should be the credit limit for a particular customer. So those kind of advanced functions are also there. So in short, your sales credit management is getting vanished. And everything will be done from the FSCM credit management.
Okay. So if a customer, no, I was where I was.
So
not able to...
what you was talking about is rather than it's a credit management feature, is the payment features.
Payment features, yeah.
Yes.
So order gets blocked during the authorization. The customer's card may get declined. So this would be a payment feature. So that
this is a
still
payment feature. Yeah, that would be still existing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, Parminder.
Sure.
Yeah, well, I had a question.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, you said like the ATP, we need AAT, need a separate license. So what about the back order processing and the product allocation? Do they also need a separate license?
Okay, so what is going to happen? Within the ATP also, you have a back order processing. You have a product allocation.
Mm-hmm.
This product availability check is also there. These two parts is not there in the standard ABC, and that's advanced delivery creation is not there part of the ATP. So these three are already there. Your product availability check, back order processing, and product allocation, basic product allocation as the ECC functionalities are already there, and this would be already available. If you want to switch to the advanced, you need to switch to the AATP, and under the AATP bucket, under the AATP license, these all advanced functions would be available under the AATP license. So if you don't want to use back order processing, it don't mean that you need to pay extra to SAP to use back order processing. You can use the basic back order processing, the standard back order processing, which is available in ECC. You can go ahead with that in S/4HANA. But if you want to go to the advanced back order processing, you need to take AATP license.
Okay. And in all of the projects as of right now, I think they are just using the standard output management because the BRF is still under process, or they are still working on it, right?
Yeah. In my experience also, whatever the projects we have done or the pre-sales or other parts we have done, it's all with the standard output management rather than going to the BRF plus.
So no change in that then.
Both are available. So BRF plus is also available. I will show you that how output management can be done through the BRF plus. So that option is available, but the adoption is not that high. Adoption is very low. So if you go with the old output conditions with the output management, the process would be exactly same as it was there in ECC.
ECC. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Any other questions, guys, before we proceed ahead into the system part? Okay, if you don't have any other question, what I am going to do, I will jump into the system part. And we'll see that how to run this cycle. So what we have done so far, we have already done the basic configuration. Now, when we'll be creating a sales order based on the error we will be getting it, we'll try to resolve those errors and we'll try to complete our configuration first. Again, the same way, all modules will be doing the same way. First, I will be going into the GUI. We'll be running a cycle in GUI. We'll fix all the configuration issues. And then the same cycles will be running it through the Fiori. So I will log into our 1909 system. And then we'll try to create a sales order by using VA01. And whatever the error we get it while creating it, there are a lot of configuration would be still missing. Let's say the configuration related to your shipping point configuration, determination, shipping point determination, or we have also not done the pricing procedure configurations. We have not linked the F5 with the sales, your account determinations. So all these configurations are still missing in our org structure which we have created. So first we'll be doing that. Okay. So I'm straight away going to VA01 and then we'll be jumping into our configuration based on the errors we are getting. So I'm using a standard order type OR, our organization structure SG02. What are the distribution channel and division we have created? Okay. And division is also SG, that's good. Now we have also created our sold to party. Right, so let's check in sales organization SG02. We have these two customers 37040 and 37042. So I'm selecting the first one. So the first error it comes that the no pricing procedure is determined. So first we need to do the config to determine the pricing procedure. I will also again go to the BP transaction to check whether all the master data is maintained properly. I will go into the material also to check all the required master data is there or not. So I will just go to this icon, copy this customer, which we have created. I will go to our role FLCU00 first. So we have the text jurisdiction code has been maintained here. Region is also maintained. Let's go to the company code. Reconciliation account is maintained. Payment terms is also maintained. Let me go to the sales data. So for that, I need to go to FLCU01. Sales and distribution. Sales district is there. Office is there. Group is there. Currency is there. Shipping, I will check. Delivery plant is there. Shipping conditions are also there. Income is there. Look like we have a good data here. Our text classification has also been maintained. Text has been exempted, so that's good. So now let's go into our SPRO and we'll do the configurations. We are not able to determine the pricing procedure. So first we'll try to determine the pricing procedure. So for that, now I will go into our sales and distribution. I will go into my basic functions. I will go into the pricing control. Define and assign pricing procedure. Set pricing procedure determination. So I will just copy the same pricing procedure which we have used earlier for SG01. So these are the entries are there for SG01. I will just copy and change it. We'll be using the same standard US pricing procedure which is available in system. A17J02 will be using the same pricing procedure. Let me just copy it. So I will change SG01 to SG02. And I think our distribution channel is SG. SG division already SG is there, so that's fine. Okay, save it. This is SG02 transport. That's good. So data has been saved. So we have done that. So pricing procedure is determined. Let's go and check our again. Okay, now the pricing procedure has been determined. It's not showing that error. It's asking for the customer reference. I will put the same customer reference is nothing but your purchase order number, which we generally defined. I will put a customer reference date also. Payment term, it's asking, I will proceed ahead. Now the material. So what material we have created, let's check it from here. I think our materials start from SG02 itself. So let me put SG02 star here. Let's check the materials. So this is from the Fiori. This is we have created through the upload. So I will select this SG02 FG01 batch material. Okay, and then we'll be doing ahead with the order quantity 5. I hope we have uploaded a stock for this. Now it is saying that it has no checking group material and plant data. So let's now check also this material. We'll check the master data for this material. So I'm interested in sales data, so I will only select this once. Plant is SG02, sales organization is SG02, and distribution channel is SG. So division is there, sales unit, delivering plant, let me mention it here, delivering plant will be SG02 only. My text data is maintained here, material group is maintained here. Okay, that's fine. Let's go to this one. This one doesn't have much thing. Sales general plant data. Transportation group is there. Loading group is there. Now this availability check is not there. I'm going to speak about more in availability check in our next week's sessions when we will be jumping into the AATP. Or let's see if we are able to start in tomorrow's session. There we'll be discussing in detail about the availability check because we have a AATP part. So there is one availability check group already created, A2. So I will use that one. You want to save? Yes, I want to save. So that has been done. Let me again create the sales order. So this is we have used for customer reference. Material was this one. Order quantity was 5. Let's check. PPR 0 is missing. I'm not maintaining the pricing conditions. I will directly maintain my price here. PPR 0. And I will maintain a price of, let's say, 18 USD. DC01 is also missing. Let me maintain that. So DC01 is also maintained. So that part has been done. Let's come back. Okay, now let me try to save this order. Incomplete data. Let's go and complete the data. Payment terms. Okay, let's maintain the payment terms. And what else? Shipping point. Shipping point determination we need to do. So let's also do that configuration. So shipping point determination comes under the logistic execution. So now I need to go under the logistics execution. So under the logistics execution, we have here shipping. Under the shipping, we will be having here basic shipping functions. And here shipping point determination. Okay, I will directly go to the assign shipping points. So I will add a new entry here. So shipping condition, I think we have already maintained standard. Loading group, we have maintained 001. Our plant is SG02. And earlier we have already created a shipping point SG02. So let me save this now. That is my shipping point determination has been created. So now if I will put shipping point here SG02, now it is taking SG02. Okay. In next sales order, it will automatically determine now SG02. Now it says that my sales order document is complete. What is the basic configuration we require to create a sales order? We have completed. I will save it. Our standard order 309 has been saved. The order has been created now. Now, what are the next thing we are going to do? With this order, I will create a delivery. So let me go here, sales document, deliver. My shipping point is SG02. I will go to the picking. I will put my storage location here. So I have FGSG finished goods storage location. My pick quantity is 5. I'll press enter. I can save it or I can also do the post goods issue. So let me first save it because I know that in post goods issue, I am going to get the error because we have not done the account determination. So this is a delivery which has been created. Now I will do the post goods issue also. So in post goods issue, we got this error that account determination for SG02 GBB VAX not possible. Okay, so that account determination, we need to maintain it here. Then only we would be able to proceed ahead. Okay, so when we do the goods issue, there's two transactions happen. One transaction happen for your inventory. So inventory, it would be able to pick because inventory account determination we have done. The another account determination is the COGS, cost of goods sold. So that account determination need to happen. Okay, so that we have not done. So we'll be doing that. But before we do that, if you have any question, you can go ahead.
Parminder, Vic here. I just had one question. So, we're creating this delivery manually, which is fine, no problem. We did that. But, typically you run a delivery due list program and create your orders, convert them automatically into a delivery. So from that standpoint, has anything changed when it comes to the delivery due list program or the settings that you do to set up that background job?
Yes, so for that, your delivery due list, you would be able to create from the standard transaction, and you would be able to set up your batch jobs also. I will show you that what Fiori applications are available. Through the Fiori application also, you would be able to go ahead with your, you would be able to generate your due list for the delivery, and you would be able to convert from the delivery. Otherwise, if the same batch jobs you want to use it, that would be exactly same as it was there in ECC.
Thank you.
Any other question, guys? I have a question from Puneet. Shipping point can be done from embedded TM. I'm not very sure about that, Puneet, because I'm not a TM expert. But TM has two ways to create basically in TM, whenever you create your sales order, a freight unit has been created. But that depends that when the freight unit has been created. So the one integration which I have seen that once you create your delivery, then it get integrated with the TM. Okay, and in the TM, a freight unit would be created. If that integration is there, you need to determine shipping point definitely in your S/4HANA only. Any other question, guys? Okay, so if we don't have any other question, let's proceed ahead and let's fix this error. So we have an error related to the account determination entry SG02 GBB. Okay, so let me go into the detail. So basically we need to fix it through OBYC. So I will be going into the OBYC under GBB and then we'll try to fix it. Inventory posting. Our chart of account was SG02. So we have an entry for VSX. Let me also put an entry for VAX 7920. Let's check what was our chart of account for cost of goods sold. Yes, COGS inventory adjustments is chart of account we have created as a 2000. Okay. Let me also put one entry for VAX. Just VAX 2000. And then let me save it. Okay. So this entry has been maintained. Let me go back and let me try to do the post goods issue. So goods issue has been done. The delivery has been successfully, goods issue has been created for it. Let's go back to the sales order and let's check it. Sales order is 309. So picking has been done, goods issue has been done. Let's see this goods issue document. Okay, so this 5 quantity has been goods issued. 601 movement happened. Accounting document has been hit it. So the COGS, it has hit it. And the inventory GL, which we have created 1000, that has hit it. So both GL has been hit here. So next thing would be, we'll try to create an invoice document. /OVF01. Again, for invoicing also, there would be multiple transactions to create your invoice due list and to go ahead from there. That would be very much available. Whatever the new invoice applications are available in Fiori to handle the invoicing part, that we would be discussing when we switch to the Fiori. Pricing error in item 001. Why it is showing a pricing error here? Okay, let's try to save this invoice. Let's see what happens. Okay, we have not done the account determination. So the account determination, we need to do it. So our revenue accounts has not been determined, although the invoice has been posted. So let's go to the VF02. Account determination and analysis, revenue accounts. In no place it is able to get our revenue account. So that configuration we need to put. So I will just directly put under this general condition, I will directly put our GL account, which we are using it for the revenue postings. Now that configuration is there under your sales. So I will go into SPRO, SAP reference IMG, sales and distribution, basic functions, account assignment, revenue account determination. I will directly go to assign GL accounts. And I will just put it to the general. So I will copy this one and I will put our chart of account as SG02. Sales organization is SG02. Let's see what GL account we have created for revenue accounts. So revenue, we have created a GL account 3000. So I will select this one. Let me save it. So now revenue account determination should happen. Let's go back. Let me try to generate. Error in account determination T0030K SG02 MW1. So no accounts are determined for the text code you are using. Although it's text exempted, but it says that there should be some account which need to be linked with these combination. So let's also do the settings. So financial global settings define tax accounts. So in posting, I need to go to the define tax accounts. So error was coming for MW1, right? MW1 rules. Okay. There is for SG02, there is no rule. So I'll just copy this. I will create as SG02. Copy all. Then I will go under the accounts. So let's say what is our account for tax. For tax purpose also we created output tax account is 6,000. So that is correct. 6,000 account has been selected here. I will save it. Okay, let's go ahead now. Let me try to release it again. Okay, let me try to go to /mvf02. Now let me try to do it. So it says the interval Z1. So this is some kind of new error now. Does not exist for SG02, FBN1. Okay, so let's check this in FBN1 transaction. /n FBN1. Some interval is missing. So first I will check whether this interval exists for SG01. If it exists there, I will just copy it. Z1. Yes, it's available there. So I will just copy this one. Go to SG02, intervals, new entry, Z1, put here 2020, from this to, I'll just put 99999. Okay, save it. Okay, that's fine. So that we have maintained this Z1. Let me again try to go to /nvf02. Let's see. No taxes on sales purchase allowed for account 300 SG0200. Okay, now this is an error related to the GL account. So let me go to transaction FS00 to fix that GL account. 3000. I'm going to change control data. Okay, so this we have not maintained actually. So the text category, I will put it all text types allowed. Posting without text is also allowed, and save it. So let's try now. Okay, finally this document has been released, 900137. Let's check it. Let's check the accounting document. Accounting document has been posted. So you can check it here that our customer account has been hit and the revenue account also has been hit. Let me check the general ledger view. Okay, in general ledger view, you will see your customer reconciliation account that has been hit. So what we have done with this cycle, we have completed the basic cycle with our posting with the generic transactions. Okay, so I have not gone into detail of any configurations that actually we go into our SAP S/4 HANA sales and distribution training. So I have just done the basic configuration so that we would be able to do the transaction and we would be able to understand what are the changes are there. So this basic configuration is as it is. Same way we do it in ECC, the same way we also do it in S/4 HANA. So now our basic system is ready. Now the next step would be, we would be go ahead into our Fiori. We need to jump into the Fiori. And within the Fiori, we need to do the full cycle we'll be doing, and we'll see that what advanced applications are available, how the approval and the release of sales order would be happening, and how the AATP functionalities would be there. So our major focus would be that part, not this one. That's why I have done this quickly. Whatever the errors and issues we have got it, I have resolved it quickly. So the same kind of errors and issues also you would be getting it. So once you get this error and issue, please see this video, try to fix it based on that. If any additional error you are getting it, so if you don't have a sales background, no issues. If you're getting it any additional error when you are doing any exercise, you can post it on, sorry. You can post it in our forum and then we would be able to respond back. So it's a logical break. I would be ending our session here for today. In our tomorrow session, we will go into the Fiori part and the same cycle we'll be running it with the Fiori applications. And then slowly we'll go into much more detail of the analytical applications or what are the different applications available for delivery or invoicing. That part we will be seeing it. Okay, but any question if you have from today's session, you can ask it now. Yeah, Vikram, please go ahead.
I don't have any questions, Parminder. Thank you.
Okay, no issues. Anyone else has any other question before we disconnect our today's session? One more announcement I want to make it. This week we are only having 2 sessions, today and tomorrow. The Monday morning session or the Sunday night session would not be there. Okay, only 2 sessions would be there this week. I will also ask us to make an announcement over the WhatsApp for that so that you all are aware that we don't have a session on the Monday morning or Sunday night for US people. Tomorrow we'll be having a session, same time. And we'll go ahead into our order to cash cycle by using Fiori. And next week, fully it will be dedicated for AATP. It will take more than a week to go into the detailed depth of AATP. So next full 3 session in the next week, we'll be discussing AATP only. Okay, guys, if you don't have any question here, I'm closing it here for today. Thank you everyone for joining today. We'll catch back again tomorrow and we'll continue our learning journey. Thank you. Bye-bye for now.